Most people die at 25, and we bury them 50 years later. That's not a metaphor. It's an autopsy report for the human spirit. You've seen them. Blank eyes, slouched postures, laughing at things they don't find funny, working jobs they hate, living in neighborhoods they never chose, parroting opinions like trained birds, never asking, "Is this even mine?" Never daring to question the dull rhythm of their own existence. There's a secret most people carry their entire lives, not because they're proud of it, but because they're afraid of what would happen if they said it out loud. It's not locked in a vault. It's buried in their routines, hidden beneath their comfort. It whispers to them when the room gets quiet. I was meant for more than this. That's the truth they take to their grave, that they had power and they gave it up, that they had a voice and silenced it, that they once felt something burn in their chest, a fire, a spark, a glimpse of what they could be, and they poured water on it again and again until it went out completely. Because the world does not kill dreams, it persuades you to kill them yourself, one compromise at a time. You see, most people don't lose to failure. They lose to mediocrity dressed up as responsibility. They trade their wildness for predictability, their instincts for approval, and when it's all over, they call that a good life. But you know better, don't you? You felt it too. The pull, the ache, the strange knowing that you're living beneath yourself, not just underachieving, under-existing. And I'm here to tell you, that feeling, that restlessness, that friction in your bones, that's your soul refusing to rot in a cage. Because despite what the world tells you, you were not built to obey, you were built to become. The first lie they sell you is this: be realistic. But tell me, when has history ever been shaped by the realistic? Did the Wright brothers ask permission from gravity? Did Mandela wait for perfect conditions before dismantling an empire? Did Joan of Arc ask her village council if it was okay to lead an army? Number. They moved before they were ready. They acted before the world understood. They listened, not to the noise, but to the quiet thunder inside. You have that same thunder, but most people mute it with distractions, screens, small talk, shallow goals. We were not meant to live at the surface. We are oceans pretending to be puddles. There is no greatness without depth, and depth requires solitude, stillness, silence. You will never hear your calling over the noise of the crowd. This is where the journey begins, not with a vision board or a goal-setting app, but with a violent refusal to live asleep. Burn your old calendar, reject the to-do lists that serve no fire, abandon the metrics that numb you. This is not about improvement. This is about resurrection, and resurrection always begins with a death, the death of who you were told to be. Let's speak honestly now. Every man and woman must face this one unrelenting question: am I living or am I performing? Most people are performers, actors in a play written by someone else. They say what they're supposed to say, wear what they're supposed to wear, feel what they're allowed to feel, and they die without ever asking why. But there is a fracture in that illusion, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. You begin to notice that conformity is a costume, that the approval of the herd is a currency that costs you your soul. You begin to notice that belief is not inherited. It must be forged, bled for, broken and rebuilt 1,000 times. And here's the brutal truth. Belief is not a gift, it's a weapon, and most people are unarmed. They think belief is soft, something you decorate your Instagram with. But real belief is dangerous. It makes you act when you're afraid. It makes you move when you're mocked. It makes you walk alone, eyes forward, while others laugh behind your back. You want to know the secret the successful don't say out loud? They were never the most talented or the most prepared. They were simply the ones who refused to wait for permission. They weren't fearless, they were possessed. And that's the word I want you to hold on to. Possession, not motivation, not inspiration. Possession, an unshakable spiritual hijacking of your will, where your vision owns you, where your future self drags you forward like a ghost of who you could be, whispering, screaming, keep going. You haven't bled enough yet. You see, purpose is not a cute word for feel-good podcasts. It is a crucifix. And when you find yours, it will not comfort you. It will crucify you. It will demand that you die to everything lesser. Your laziness, your excuses, your identity. You do not discover your purpose. You become it, and becoming is never painless. It's not a moment of clarity. It's a war between who you are and who you refuse to remain. You will lose sleep. You will lose friends. You will lose the illusion of safety, but you will gain something far greater. Yourself. Not the version society applauds, not the avatar you perform for the algorithm, but the raw, brutal, electrified self. The one you were before the world put a name on you. That's the real you, and it's waiting. Beneath your fear, beneath your story, beneath your scars. So don't tell me about your 5-year plan. Tell me what you're willing to bury today, so something greater can rise tomorrow. This is not about goals. This is about becoming unrecognizable to the person you used to be. Let's be honest one last time. There is no map, no guaranteed system, no final authority. Because you are the system, you are the map. You are the storm and the stillness and the fire you've been waiting to feel, and no one is coming to unleash that for you. Not your parents, not your partner, not some stranger on a stage. The rescue mission is yours. It always has been. But most people, they never begin. They circle the idea of change like it's too hot to touch. They flirt with transformation, but never give it their body. They say things like someday and soon, as if time is their pet, waiting patiently at the door. But time is not your friend. Time is a thief in disguise, stealing your moments in silence, burying your gifts beneath the dust of hesitation. And one day, you will wake up older, slower, duller, and realize that everything you could have been died inside the version of you that was too scared to act. That's the secret most people take to their grave. Not that they failed, but that they never really tried. Not with their whole heart. Not with their full voice. They kept themselves on mute. But not you. Not now. Because something inside you is stirring. I know it. I feel it in you. You've heard too much truth to stay asleep. You've stared too long into the mirror of this message to pretend you're not cracked open. You're standing at the edge of the life you were meant to live, and though the ground may tremble beneath you, there is only one direction worth moving: forward. Don't waste another hour contorting yourself into shapes that fit small lives. Don't dilute your passion to match the temperature of mediocrity. You were not designed to blend in. You were made to blaze through, and yes, you will be misunderstood. You will be doubted, mocked, judged. That's how you know you're doing something real. Because comfort never made legends, obedience never built empires, and compromise never lit a soul on fire. So go, bleed for your art, suffer for your truth, sweat through the night chasing the thing that sets your lungs on fire. Wake up gasping, not from fear, but from the sheer joy of becoming. And when it hurts, when it really hurts, don't run. That pain is proof that you're in motion. That pain is sacred. That pain is birth. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are exactly where the fire begins. Let the world sleep. Let the doubters yawn their way to graves of regret. But you rise. You rise with swollen eyes, shaky hands, and a roar in your throat that says, I will not go quietly. This is your moment. This is your altar. This is your resurrection. And when you finally meet the end, when the last breath leaves your lungs and the earth welcomes your bones, let the ground whisper, here lies someone who did not waste it. Here lies someone who knew the secret and lived it loud enough to never take it to the grave. Now go. Live like you were never meant to stay buried.